Are you ready for that dark blue moon getting punched the fuck out in this JoJo episode? So this one episode of JoJo, it's still shocking to see that they're actually doing some of this content that was a little bit more, slower. And in the manga, really, I found, like, especially, that we had, with the Beetle, and not to mention as well with Dark Blue Moon, it just shocks me that they're actually going to do every content. Now that we've seen Blue Moon and the Beetle as well, it's like, that's wholehearted. They're going to do every single part of the content in the manga. They're going to make sure that they do it. Also, another thing is that they actually went through the entire episode worth. I thought this was just going to be another, oh, this is half the episode, and, that's going to be the whole little stand bell. So they're on a boat to Singapore, and they found this girl that was actually, a stowaway, and it was like, oh, like, the freaking, like, the stowaway, like, just got literally chucked over the side of the boat by the freaking, crewmates. And Jojo was like, he just freaking punches a shark with his stand. It's like, Jotaro, he just doesn't give a fuck. He will punch freaking sharks. He'll beat the shit out of people. He'll beat the shit out of his own grandfather, probably. He'd probably kill the shit out of Joseph. He just don't give a fuck. Like, one thing as well that I was really, like, a little thing that annoyed me about this episode as well is that they actually they did some censoring in this episode as well, with Jotaro actually smoking. It's like, they actually put out his whole face, and I'm like, come on, like, it's just like, it's a series. I know he's like supposed to be like a high school student, but it's like it's Jotaro. He's a fucking badass, man. It's like, yeah, censor out gore and all that, but it's like you can have like, I don't know, you can have fucking Sanji in like, it's 8 in the morning just for having a freaking cigarette, but you can't have, like, Jotaro coming out. I don't know what time this comes out in Japan for JoJo, but it's like, come on, I'm a little bit, annoyed about that. I mean, yeah, the gore, I understand. I think the gore is very much understandable in these series, but yeah, that kind of annoyed me. But once we found out that there's actually a stand in the water, which is the dark blue moon that looks like, some amphibian monster that, like, that wants to fuck something up real bad. And it's like, Jotaro nearly got fucked up by the thing. He's like, quickly throw the girl on set. And it actually, like, what I liked, what he did, it was really smart, like, how he actually got to find out who the stand user was. He's like, oh yeah, anyone that has, like, a stand, it's like, if I put, like, tobacco, it's like, inhale, like, smoke into them, you see, like, a vein in their nose, and everyone goes, oh, like that. Even the captain as well is like, the captain, but it's like the little girl didn't do it as well, so it was proved that the captain was actually the stand user, and that he actually killed the previous captain so he can get in there. And it was like, I just liked the fight. It was like underwater. It was like, this guy can make tornadoes. Like, even like Abdul and everyone couldn't go out because of the scales he was producing. It was just like, this thing is faster than Jotaro Star Platinum. And even like Jotaro, even he was so fast that when he was falling to the water, that he was able to beat the shit out of them. I was like, they're going in. They're making sure they kick the shit out of this freaking guy. It's just like how he ends it with that new move, Star Finger. Like, he just like stretches out his fingers like that, and he fucks that guy up. And he's just like there in the wall going, it's just like freaking like drowning. It was hilarious. It's like, and not to mention next week with the episode, it's like, we're seeing strength. I freaking love strength. Strength is so good in the manga. I freaking love that shit. And if people don't remember, strength and also as well, like, Polariff was actually mixed together in the OVAs. So people who saw the OVAs back in the day, they're probably going to know a lot of what's going to happen in next week's episode. But overall, it was a solid episode. Not too much progression in this episode. It was just like, we're dealing with a stand user. So yeah, this one's definitely like a 7 out of 10 for me this week. I was a little bit annoyed with the censoring as well. This is like, I mean, that's all going to be cleaned up in the Blu-ray versions and like when they come out. But yeah, that was just stupid censoring in my opinion. Like, I mean, definitely Tower of Grey, that was censoring much needed. The guy had his face half missing, and some of the stuff. But it was a very good episode. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. And what's the thing that I was watching as always. Remember, I'll see you guys